What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Sports Sidebar Podcast. You're tuned in with your boy Rich, and I'm here with my buddies Tom and JD, and we're about to get this thing started. Let's go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, got a brand new episode for everybody. We're at 164. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good, Rich. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Enjoying these NFL playoffs. A lot of upsets, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think that even though the Browns and were seated lower, they were probably the favorite there, and obviously the Packers and Dallas. Yeah, some good games for sure. Some well, not good games, but some good wins for some teams there.
Yeah, man. We called it though, so
Yeah.
I think this week is going to be I think we might get one upset this week, but let's get right into it, man. I mean, they kicked off the playoffs. They had they had Cleveland versus the Texans. Texans go out there, they smack up that number one defense, man. Were you shocked? How are you feeling after the game?
I was a little shocked, I guess, how easily they handled that Cleveland defense. I mean, not a bottom of the barrel defense, probably one of the top defenses in the NFL. I guess I wasn't overly surprised with the way that Flacco played, but I was more surprised how well the Houston offense did against the Browns defense.
Yeah, I was kind of in the same boat. I was surprised it was just so easy for them.
Yeah.
I mean, CJ was he did his thing the whole season, pretty much.
He did, but he struggled against tougher defenses. Like we talked about last week. He did not struggle on Saturday.
Yeah, and I feel like that kind of goes to the coaching staff. I mean, they saw what he did when they played him before and how he struggled, and they made the right adjustments.
Yeah.
Even though no Tank Dell, but your boy Nico Collins still went off. They did nice little balance. My hat goes off to them, man. I'm excited. If I was a Texans fan, I'd be excited for what's to come, man.
Yeah, that CJ Stroud's got he's got that thing. The kid can play. If you're a Texans fan, a lot to look forward to. I mean, this year, but even moving forward.
Oh yeah, especially with all that cap space. I mean, it's gonna be fun to watch, man.
Sure is.
And then on the Brown side, I mean, back to the drawing board. I mean,
yeah,
they just gotta stay healthy, man.
Yeah, they fired their OC today. I mean, I don't know what they what they want from the guy. I mean, you go into the season with $250 million quarterback, and you end up with Joe Flacco. I mean, again, Flacco I thought played well, but offense didn't show out in the playoffs. So I guess this is the time of the year where either the coach is going to take the hit or the coaching staff takes the hit, and the coach has nowhere to fall back on. After this year, so.
I mean, unless there's more big injuries, man. But I mean, I kind of give them a pass this year. I mean, they lost the running back early in the season.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I do feel like they do need another receiver, but I'm not sure if they're going to go out and get one. But
they probably do. I mean, Cooper was good. I don't know how long Cooper's going to be good for. Njoku was good when Flacco started playing. I don't know who else they have there. I think those two guys definitely use some.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they went out and got like a Calvin Ridley or try to get a T Higgins if he doesn't resign to help him out. But ultimately, it's only gonna be on that quarterback.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's what you got to figure out first is get that quarterback right.
Yeah, or draft another quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the later rounds, like if you go out and get Daniels or Finks.
Daniels ain't gonna last that long.
I mean, if they move up and try to get him.
Move up. Yeah.
But I mean, you never know, man. And then we had the Miami Dolphins. I'm about to say Miami Heat, right? Miami Dolphins versus the Chiefs. I mean, pretty much expected this one. The Chiefs go out there, they pretty much dominate the Dolphins from front to end. Dolphins did a great job of jamming Tyreek on the line, and then they didn't really run the ball that much. So.
Yeah, they couldn't really it didn't seem like they could get the running game going for whatever reason, using A-Chain or Mostert. But yeah, other than one kind of broken play to Tyreek. Miami didn't really have much offense at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With Tyreek and Waddle and those two running backs, man, I was a little bit let down. I thought it'd be a higher scoring game, but
Yeah, and
unfortunately,
I was surprised Tua didn't throw the ball down the field more. I feel like that's kind of become his thing is throwing the deep ball a little more, or at least getting it downfield. And I know the KC defense came to play. It's that KC playoff defense showed up. They were getting a lot of pressure on Tua, but yeah, I was a little disappointed that Miami did show a little more offense there. I know it was cold, but it's football.
yeah, it didn't seem like they had a sense of urgency. It didn't seem like
No.
they thought it was a playoff game. So
No, and Rashee Rice is he's gonna be a stud.
yeah, I'm happy they found him. I wish I didn't drop him so early as I did in fantasy, but I mean, he wasn't doing none at the time, but he kicked up at the end. But it's gonna be fun to watch, man.
Yeah, for sure. I thought the Chiefs offense looked better. Obviously got the ground game going with Pacheco. That was kind of his kind of game, I think, just a cold. No one wants to tackle him. He runs hard. Kelsey was there when they needed him, but they're walking into a tough matchup this weekend. So we'll see what they got.
How many more years you think Kelsey's got under him for he bottoms out?
I'd say one or two.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna have to. They're definitely gonna have to get younger on the offensive weapon side. So
100%.
And then like I said, for Miami, it's back to the drawing board. They got to figure out something to do in the offseason to get better. I'm not sure exactly what because they got so much stars talent on the team.
They got to get tougher, I think. And granted, talk about injuries. I mean, they had some pretty bad defensive injuries down the stretch there with Jalen Phillips going down, Van Ginkel going down, just Bradley Chubb going down. So I mean, I think that attributed to the defense not maybe performing as well, but the offense has to figure something out against these better teams, better defenses.
Yeah, I feel like maybe I would say another running back, but I mean the backfield is flooded, the receivers are flooded.
I think it's execution.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what maybe they got to change their. Maybe they got to just change their offense, man. They got to do some different things.
Yeah,
maybe a run first or.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have to wait and see, man. They definitely gonna be a favorite next year in the AFC. Or we're gonna see if they win the big games or not. Steelers and the Bills. I thought the Steelers would have had a chance if they played on that Saturday, but they flexed the game till Monday, and then Bills came out and they did what they did, man.
Yeah, I mean, so the game was supposed to kick off Sunday at 1:00, and they couldn't have played that game. So I don't care. Like you gotta play whenever you gotta play, right? Like they couldn't get. I thought they came out a little flat Monday afternoon, got down 14-0. Maybe it was 21-0. Almost immediately made a little bit of a comeback, but yeah, I think a team like that is not built to come back from multiple scores. So.
Yeah, I think the fact that Watt wasn't out there hurt him.
Oh yeah.
Had to change up some things on defense, and then they got to get somebody stable at quarterback, man.
I know. Yeah, they're I think they said they're 1-10 without TJ Watt in the lineup, something like that.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, but yeah, they need the quarterback. It's either Pickett or it's not. It's not Mason Rudolph, I'll tell you that.
Oh no, definitely not. You think Thomas stays, or you think he bounces up out of there?
I don't know. He's got 1 year left on his contract. I mean, he's making a lot out of really not having a great team, not a great roster. So I don't know. Do you look at it and say, let me take a year off, figure out what else is out there, and then find a good spot to land, or do you just kind of ride it out, hope you can get a decent quarterback and go at it again? Because if you're looking 2, 3, 4 years out, like if Kenny Pickett's not your guy, I mean, you're just taking a shot in the dark at a quarterback, and he'll get them to like we know he'll get them to 9-8, 10-7, something like that. But they're really not going to make it past the first round if they can't get a quarterback.
Yeah, and I think this is one of the curses of being in that that mid range.
Yeah, exactly.
Not being able to draft a quarterback high, missing out on some of these top prospects. But for Tomlin, man, I'm out of there, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people question whether or not, you know, he's still a good coach, which is absurd. Working with the team that he has to get him over 500 every year, and I'm
Yeah,
out of there, man.
and I don't know if Tomlin's a great X's and O's guy. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's not. But he gets those guys to play hard every week. He puts the right coaches around him that can get the team to perform well. So I think he'll be if he ends up leaving, I think he'll be successful wherever he goes. So I think he'll get the right staff and he'll get the guys to play hard for him.
Yeah, but I feel like that's half the battle. So I mean, we saw
Oh
what
yeah,
Dabo, Dabo did his first year with the Giants. People played a lot harder. I mean, that's the one thing you don't want to question about your team is if they're giving enough effort. So
right. And
um,
for the people that are asking for Mike Tomlin's job, just I would caution, be careful what you ask for.
yeah, it's not many other quarterbacks. Well, not quarterbacks, coaches out there, but
No.
you never know. And then on the AFC side, for the next round matchup, we're gonna have the Texans versus the Ravens, and then the Chiefs versus the Bills. Man, I don't know about you, but might have to put one foot on his CJ Stroud train, man.
Yeah. I'd get on it, but he would get hurt. So I'm gonna leave that to you. And I'll stay out of the CJ Stroud fan club for right now. I do like what he can do. It should be an interesting game in Baltimore. You have Baltimore coming off basically a 2-week bye. Mark Andrews is healthy. They seem to be getting pretty healthy as a team. But we all know what Lamar struggled in the playoffs. So this will be a big test for them.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Texans head coach is a defensive coach, D'Amico, so he's had some run-ins with mobile quarterbacks. So
Oh yeah.
he's gonna plan accordingly, and then if they can figure out, kind of how to get up early on Baltimore and keep Lamar off the field, they're gonna be in good hands.
Yeah, agreed.
And then we got the matchup we get every year: Chiefs versus Bills. I can't see the Bills beating the Chiefs yet, man.
You got to prove it to me. We've talked about this before. I'm not counting against the Chiefs until someone can beat them, and that's the Bills. The last couple postseasons, obviously, haven't been able to get it done against the Chiefs. Different this year. It's up in Buffalo. It's the first road game in Patrick Mahomes' playoff career. So that part is new. But I'm with you. I'm not betting against the Chiefs until you can prove to me that you can knock them off.
Yeah, it seems like the offense is flowing now for the Chiefs, so they're going to be a dangerous team, and their defense is showed up all year. So
yeah, and the Bills, they may get up on you, but they're going to let if they do get up on KC, they will let them back into the game. It's almost a certainty. It'll just be whether or not they can hold it out or not, and I don't know. I'm not convinced yet. Even that Pittsburgh game, it never felt like Pittsburgh was going to win, but you look up and they're down a score and they have the ball, and it's like, how did this even happen? Like, yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs still, even though they're up in Buffalo, and Taylor Swift will have to find some good buffalo wings.
Oh yeah, wonder if she'll be in a press box. I ain't gonna lie, that jacket she had was kind of tough, yo. I ain't gonna lie.
You see, it's Kyle Juszczyk's wife that makes those. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that jacket was kind of tough.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna need a Giants one. I'm not gonna get no Chiefs one. So.
You want to get a Danny Dimes one?
Nah, I don't know which one I'm gonna get because we're about to lose half the team in free agency, and it's depending if we get a quarterback. So we're gonna wait and see on that.
I'll get you a Lawrence Taylor one. How about that?
Oh, there you go. That's much better. Or I'll take a straight hand one. That's
there you go.
Classic. So as far as the NFC goes, I mean, we got the Packers versus the Cowboys. We kind of expected it. Cowboys were not going to show up and do what they need to do. I mean, they got down early, so it was. I felt like it was over by third quarter.
Yeah, it got ugly early. The Cowboys, just being the Cowboys, right? I mean, Dak, they let up a touchdown the first drive. Dak throws an interception. Next thing you know, it's 14-0. Then you got another pick six, and at halftime it's 27-7. Dallas comes down the first possession, scores a touchdown, kind of starts to make a game of it. then just like the defense let them down again, and they couldn't stop Green Bay, and kudos to Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur. They got the better of them again, and Aaron Jones owns.
Yeah, man. I feel like the Packers just came out way more prepared on all fronts. So
And
definitely outcoached.
yeah, just got just came out that Mike McCarthy's going to keep his job, and I'm not one to call for someone's job, but I mean, how many times do we have to see this story before you get someone in there that can coach this team in the playoffs? Obviously, they're talented. They got a talented team. They just got to figure out how to win these big games.
Yeah, I think you only replace him if you get in one of the other top tier coaches, whether it be
Right.
Tomlin or Belichick.
Right.
But
Right.
I think he definitely keeps his job at least another year. So
Yeah, he's got 1 year left on his contract. Schefter just said they're sticking with him. I mean, I guess I can understand the move, but I just if they lose again in the playoffs, it's going to be like an "I told you so." Like everyone saw this coming.
yeah, I wonder if they change up a few things, whether it be getting another receiver or I know Tony Pollard's could be
Free
he's an
agent.
unrestricted free agent, but
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll go and try to get another next level running back, so to say.
Yeah, I don't know. And again, I'm not even sure that offense is an issue for them. I think it's more of execution again. This is again back to the same discussion as the Dolphins. They're almost like the same exact team. Can beat up on the bad teams and struggle when a good defense is there. So it's an execution thing in my mind.
Yeah, they're definitely the Dolphins of the NFC. So
Yeah.
and then on the other side, I mean the Packers, they move on. They're going to be playing the 49ers. I mean, I think that's a no-brainer. So
You say that, but LaFleur gets these guys up, man. We'll wait and see. I do think San Francisco probably wins this game, but again, the Packers are playing well. They played well down the stretch, both defensively and offensively. So we'll have to see how this game plays out.
yeah, it's funny too. They were showing like the head coaches in the playoffs. All these freaking coaches were on the same freaking team for the Commanders.
Yeah, I know. It's wild, huh?
Commanders
Shanahan,
cannot, and they couldn't
McDaniel, McVay, they were all there.
same time, and the Commanders couldn't pick one and get a head coach. That's crazy, man. And then for the other game, I mean, we had the Rams versus the Lions. Lions took it down. It was a lot closer than I thought it would be. So
Yeah, that was a good game. Puka Nacua had quite the game. I mean, that guy he's gonna be a stud. He was
yeah, he's
great.
definitely going. He's definitely going the first round in fantasy.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Tom, for trading him to me. Got me to the finals. And Stafford, looked pretty good. They couldn't get Kyron Williams going. I think that kind of halted them a bit. But the Lions played well. Made some defensive changes. Going into that second half, it slowed down the Rams' offense a little bit. But yeah, overall, game of the weekend, probably a little clock management at the end there. McVay only had one timeout, and they punted it from like the 50-yard line, which I thought was weird. I think if they were inside the 50, because if they would have taken a field goal, I think it would have been like a 58-yarder, which is long, but yeah, I thought with one timeout left, you kind of try to take that shot at it, but they never got the ball back, and that's that. And good for Detroit, good for Jared Goff winning that game. But now comes and we'll get into the next game, but a chance to go to the NFC Championship if they can win this weekend with again Detroit.
Oh yeah, that's like I said, definitely happy for them. They broke the curse. They got a lot of guys on the team that were doubted and highly questioned as far as whether or not they can play quarterback or even coach the NFL team. They proved a lot of people wrong. I felt like the city needed it, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what they can do. They can definitely get to the NFC Championship at least.
Yeah, and kudos to Dan Campbell. I was probably one of the ones that was laughing at the hire or not believing in him, but he's proven a lot of people wrong. And again, it's I think putting the right guys around, being aggressive, trusting your players, and putting them in a position to win. And he's been doing it all year. So Happy for him.
Oh yeah. And then on the other side, the Rams. I mean, I feel like they're gonna have to figure out some things as far as their defense. The defense is not what it used to be.
So
Uh,
so
wh-
they're sneaky, a really young team. They have obviously in their stars, Stafford and Aaron Donald are a little bit older. But if you look at that roster, it's really young. So and they got some good guys and some good places. Yeah, I think they probably need to bolster up their secondary a little bit, but I think they're in a good position moving forward, at least over the next few years, that they can probably add somebody, and I think that team is primed to take on San Fran next year.
yeah, that's also they just got to they had to, if they didn't have the slow start, it probably would have been a different tune.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like on offensively, their weakness is probably tight end. They could definitely go out and get a better tight end. I wouldn't mind seeing that. And then defensively, like you mentioned, that secondary, they used to have Jalen Ramsey. Now, not really much back there.
Yeah.
So they just got to figure out a few things, bolster up that defense, and then they'll be right back in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had the Eagles and the Buccaneers. We called it as well. Said the Buccaneers about to sneak this one, and they sure enough did, man.
Yeah, pretty disappointing end of the season for Philly and their fans. Obviously, we know how those Philly fans are. But yeah, team was 10-1, 7 weeks ago, and Jalen Hurts was looking like MVP. They were looking unstoppable, and it kind of just fell apart down the stretch, and we kind of all saw this ending coming. They just didn't show up to play. I mean, Devonta Smith looked good, but he was about the only guy. Defense couldn't slow down. Couldn't slow down Baker, which is sad. It's again. I think this is coaching. They clearly weren't prepared to play, and didn't have that fire and kind of that will to want to win the game. And you could see it from very early in the game.
Oh yeah, man. Like I don't know if you saw Shannon Sharp was talking about him, and he said, kind of gave a little analogy, like a car that has like a check engine light on, and you kind of keep driving it, and eventually it breaks down. And now you're like, what happened, man? That's kind of like what they were doing all season, man. I think the losses of those two coaches, the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator, hurt them. They were still kind of trying to figure out, what they're going to do on offense and defense. They did, lose a few defensive players. That's why their defense wasn't as, prominent and dominant as it was during the season as far as getting sacks and turnovers. So, they just chalk it up to experience. Hopefully they can bounce back. But it's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, and they still have some good players. I mean, obviously the biggest hurt for them is going to be Jason Kelce retiring. He's, 6-time All-Pro, Hall of Famer, and losing a guy like that is difficult. And I've seen it with the Jets a couple times. Nick Mangold when he retired, Kevin Mawae when he retired. It just it takes a little while for your line to recover from losing guys like that. And obviously he's the leader in that locker room. So someone's gonna have to step up there.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. No more butt pushes. So
tush push.
Tush pushes. So like I said, hopefully they can figure out how to be explosive again, and then how to dominate some teams on defense. They do got a lot of young talent on the team. So
they do.
There's gonna be like I said, there's gonna be a good experience here for those young players, and hopefully they come out swinging next year. Hopefully before the Giants do. So. And then so we're gonna have the Buccaneers versus the Lions. These teams did play each other early in the year. So I pretty much think the same thing's gonna happen. Lions will take this game, but I think it'll be more of a widespread score. So
yeah, I definitely like the Lions here. They got to watch out for that. The Mike Evans, Baker Mayfield hookup. I know Mike Evans dropped a couple balls against the Eagles, didn't need them, but they got to watch out for that. And yeah, I still do like the Lions in that game, like you said, but don't count the Bucs. I mean, they're playing hard. That's a team again that's kind of built similar to the Lions, and they're tough and they play hard. So it should be a good battle. That's a Sunday afternoon game.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. And then pretty much I think we're gonna have the Packers versus the 49ers. Like I said, I think the Packers gonna run through this team, and then we'll probably get the 49ers and the Lions for the NFC championship game.
Call 49ers Lions.
Yeah, I'm calling it now, man.
All right, I like it. I'm gonna agree with you on that one.
Yes, and then AFC side, I mean, like I said, I'm gonna put my one foot on this CJ train, and I'll go Texans versus the Chiefs, man, for the AFC championship.
Ooh, I was thinking that Texans Chiefs would be a fun one down in KC, but I'm gonna go KC Baltimore down in Baltimore for the AFC championship.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think if Baltimore wins this game, it's over. They pretty much gonna run. They should run away with it, the whole thing. But
I honestly think this: if Baltimore wins and KC wins, I like KC over Baltimore. I think that Andy Reid is built for those games and to shut down Lamar Jackson. I think they'll struggle more with Houston and KC than they would Baltimore. I don't know. It's just a gut feeling.
I don't know, man. You're gonna have to wait and see, man. But
Yeah.
I mean, either way, I mean, on especially on the AFC side, all four of these teams I pretty much like. So.
Oh yeah, it can
And
go
then,
any way. It can go any
yeah,
way.
so that if any of these four teams went ahead and made it, it's still going to be a fun Super Bowl. So
Yeah.
and then outside of that, NFL, I mean, teams are looking for a new coach, man. Your boy Harbaugh and Bill Belichick interview for the Atlanta job,
Mm-hmm.
and then Harbaugh interview for the Chargers, man.
Yeah, I do think this is the year that I think last week I was kind of on the fence, and you were all in on Harbaugh leaving. I think now I'm leaning towards him leaving college and going to the NFL and trying to win a Super Bowl somewhere. Probably the only two places he would look are the Falcons and the Chargers, just because I think they have pretty good. Atlanta has everything but a quarterback in my mind, and the Chargers have a lot. I think they probably need to get a little bit younger in the wide receiver, but other than that, I think they're sitting pretty there too. So he's going to want to walk into a spot where it's kind of made for him, and Belichick the same, right? So I could see those two jobs being scooped up by those two guys.
Yeah, man. I mean, either that or if not, then he's going to go back to college football. But I mean, either way for him is a win-win. So
yeah.
And then there was some other coaches I interviewed. I was surprised that your boy Antonio Pierce, the interview for the Titans job. I'm not sure what's going on with the.
Oh, he did. I didn't see that.
Yeah, he interviewed on the 13th, man. I'm not sure what's going on with the Raiders, man.
Why don't they just hire the guy? Like, what are they doing? Why are they messing around?
Yeah, you got an in-house guy. Don't let him go to Tennessee. Start winning games.
Well, you got an in-house guy that the players like. Devonta Adams hasn't really liked anybody. Since he left Green Bay, you get him a guy that he likes. Like, keep the guy happy.
I don't know, man. Maybe they don't trust him. I don't know what the case is, man. Or maybe they don't like him personally. I don't know what it is.
And you could probably pay him you don't have to pay him an exorbitant amount of money. I don't think, because first full-time head coaching gig, you don't have to give him the 10, 12, $15 million a year that these guys are asking for now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You're still paying their last two coaches.
That's what I mean.
So, like, come on, man.
I'm with you. I wonder where Vrabel ends up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Maybe he goes on somebody's coaching staff.
I don't think so. I think someone will hire him as a head coach. What jobs we got out there left? You got Atlanta. Well, they're all out there, I guess. Atlanta, Chargers, Commanders. Oh, maybe Vrabel would be a good spot. That would be a good landing spot for him. Yeah, I'm curious to see where he ends up. I could see if Mike Tomlin leaves Pittsburgh, Vrabel would be a perfect spot for him.
Oh yeah, that could be a nice little swap. So
wait and see.
Yep. And then I mean, Giants fire a bunch of coordinators, but
yeah, we saw that coming.
Yeah, we're gonna wait and see what's going on with that, but that's about it. Then on to the NBA. Not too much here. Lakers still struggling after winning that in-season tournament.
Yeah,
we got the NBA trade. What?
Yeah, the trade. I was gonna say, go ahead.
Yeah, we got the NBA trade deadline approaching. Then Pacers went out there. They made a big move, man.
Yeah, I think it's a good move for the Pacers. Again, I think it does create some duplicities on the team, but I think it kind of signals to their fans that we're all in here, and it probably makes them don't know, the third best team in the East, maybe behind the Celtics and the Bucks.
Yeah, I mean they're going with the old Phoenix approach where they're going to try to outscore you. They got a lot of guys that can do it.
Yeah.
So I'm still a little hesitant on it. I wonder if they're going to try to go out and get another piece. Initially, they said they were trying to get OG and Siakam, but the Raptors wanted too much. So I wonder if they still go out and get another piece to get in there. But I mean, they got a nice little squad, man.
They do. As long as Halliburton comes back and he's healthy, they should be set up to do pretty well. And they're a young team too.
Oh yeah. So I mean, between him, Obi, Turner, I mean, Siakam, I think he's not that. I think he's at what 28 or something like that.
Yeah.
So then they got a bunch of rookies they got last year were pretty good. So they're gonna be a fun team to watch.
Yeah, for sure. And the only problem with Siakam is he's due a contract at the end of the year, so he'll probably be looking for big money. So you're gonna have to maximize your time with him here.
Yeah, I mean, supposedly they're saying him and Halliburton are good friends. So
okay,
we'll see what happens when the season's over, whether or not what they're able to offer him, and whether or not he stays. But that kind of gives him a little inside leverage, so to say.
Mm-hmm.
Then still waiting to see what the Knicks do, whether or not we're gonna make another trade. Rumors about they said they're willing to move Randall. Thank goodness, because he kills me sometimes, man. We lost to freaking Magic the other day. He's freaking complaining about trying to get the ball, and then he's letting all the players go by him. He's not going to box out. He's frustrated. Then he runs out to cherry pick, and the Magic get the ball back, and then he just kills me like one of those players. Like, yo, go freaking go to the block and get a freaking rebound, man.
I know. Who's been real impressive this year, and coming out of college, I didn't really have high expectations for, was Paolo Banchero. He's been awesome down there in Orlando.
Yeah, man. I didn't think I wasn't sure on him, man, because you couldn't really tell whether or not he was like one of those kids that was really talented in college and then wouldn't work hard in the NBA, or whether or not he was like the real deal. So, I mean, they picked him without working him out. So, I mean, they definitely knew what they were doing down there.
Yeah.
Orlando always does good on picking these players and when they get the first pick, but then they're not able to keep them once their rookie contract is up.
True.
Hopefully they can figure it out this time. NHL, Boston's still ahead of the Rangers.
Dang right. Some rumors flying around that Bergeron may be looking for a late season comeback with the Bruins.
I mean, that'd be great for you guys, but hopefully we can edge you guys either in the points or a game or two, so we can get that. You guys got to come to us on that game 7. Then Oilers are getting hot. Got to watch out for them.
Yeah, they are. I mean, it took a little while. Obviously, they had a slow start, but they won something like 15 out of 17, something crazy amount in a row. And they're rolling now.
Oh yeah, definitely are, man. Just like I'm rolling in fantasy hockey, man. Sitting on third place right now. Hopefully I can keep it up. Straight out of the counter.
Oh, okay. I got someone put up almost 500 points on me last week.
Oh, I would say it was probably Matt or Matthew, but they played each other last week. So
yeah, no, I don't know who it was. It wasn't Matt or Matt.
Yeah, I hate when it happens.
I know.
You know what I really hate is that when I play Matt, I see anytime I play him, I see like the freaking waiver wires like every day, and he's like picking up these players who I don't know, never heard of, and they putting them mad points.
Yeah, yeah, he's good at that because all he does is work and watch hockey.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him this year though. Then we had it was a PGA event. It was a small event though, right?
It was it was the Sony Open in Hawaii, right? Was that the one? Yeah. So it was the second of the Hawaii events, and who was the guy who took it down? Crazy putt on the last. What's his name now? Yeah, it's a smaller event.
Murray.
Yeah, Murray. Yeah, Grayson Murray. Yeah, he had a 18-foot putt on the first playoff hole to beat Keegan and Ben On. So yeah, I mean, good win for him. Kind of a funny story, not funny, but apparently he had fired his caddy like, I don't know, a week before, a month before, sometime before, right before the season started. and his when he won it, his caddy just tweeted out "ouchie," because that was a $150,000 pay bump that would have came with winning that. He's probably obviously happy for Grayson, but it was just kind of funny how he put it down, like missing that lottery ticket by a few weeks.
Yeah, man. I mean, so some of these guys that win, they have some crazy stories, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, they do.
And then when they win, I'm like, yeah, you deserve that. After I hear this crazy story, man. And then we got the what's it, the West?
The American Express this weekend.
Oh, okay,
PGA
yeah,
West.
yeah, PGA West. Who you liking in this one, man?
This week I like Sung Jae again, and I like a little bit of a sleeper pick, but JT Poston's been playing pretty well. I like him there, and there was one other guy I was looking at for you. I'll have to send it to you, but I like Sung.
I'm locking in, man, in the top 5 at least.
There you go.
So I'll keep you posted on what happens, man.
All right.
And then it's that time again, ladies and gentlemen. We got another edition of JD's Bites and Brew. What you got for us?
All right, so this week, kind of kept it pretty basic. Did a chicken pesto sandwich. So for the chicken, just seasoned it with a little olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic powder, and Italian seasoning. Tossed it on the grill, cooked it through, and actually threw it in the fridge. So I cooked it the night before. Threw it in the fridge. So when went down to make the sandwich, it was I used one of the Dave's bread, the lower cal bread. Had a made up a pesto mayo. So just a little bit of pesto, a little bit of mayo, light some little Duke's light mayo. Mix that up. Put that on the bread. Had some fresh mozzarella. Sliced that up. Threw that on. Had some fresh basil, and then the chicken. A couple slices of bacon, and then some roasted red peppers, and then top that off with the other slice. And yeah, just chow down. Had some reduced fat Cape Cod chips to go with it, and good to go.
It's all good, man. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like when we went to Cape Cod and we had those chips, it tastes way better there than like when you get them regularly from the grocery store, man.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. When they're fresh, they're really good. We stopped at a place in Virginia, Route 11 Chips, and they had them like fresh off the line, and they were so good.
Yeah, that was great, man. I remember they I forgot what I told that lady my name was when my sandwich was ready. It was fun times, man.
Yeah.
And then would you guys drink that down with?
All right, so a friend of mine brought we're down in Myrtle Beach. A friend of mine brought a beer from it was Clayton, North Carolina. I think that's in the western part of the state. Yeah, actually no, it's in the eastern part of the state. It's over by Raleigh. So it's a brewery called Deep River Brewing. So again, just south of Raleigh, a little town called Clayton. It's an old school West Coast style IPA. It's called West Main. Their brewery is on West Main Street in downtown Clayton. So it's kind of their I'd say it's their go-to flagship IPA that they have. So it's again with the West Coast IPAs, you get the Centennial hops, Simcoe, a little bit of that piney flavor, but still a little kind of citrusy up front. So yeah, it comes in at 7.4%. So pretty good ABV on it. But there's just not a lot of people who make good West Coast IPAs anymore, and I thought that this one was really good. Kind of give you that old school feel of how the IPAs were made before kind of the hazy IPA, New England IPA boom that has come over the last 10 years or so. But yeah, I thought they did a really good job with it. It was it gave you kind of that fruity taste up front with a piney aftertaste, and yeah, it was easy to drink. It was good, smooth. Probably give it an 8.0 on the dot.
Oh shit, man, we gonna You're hitting it's gonna be an eight kind of year, man.
Yeah.
New standard out here. It's crazy.
I'm hitting you with all the big ones first, Rich.
Oh man, you gotta keep them coming, man. But like we getting a brand new, we getting some banging start episodes of a show, man.
Mm-hmm.
So happy you got the good ones, man. Keep them coming, man. And then that's JD's Bites and Brew, everybody. And then for the BRRs, we're still looking for some new shows. It's tragic out here, man. Watch so far trying to watch some new stuff. Started watching The Echo on Disney. Show's not bad, man. I'm not sure exactly why Disney put out all 5 episodes. Maybe they did because it's only 5. They normally like to, week us off and try to keep it going. But this show's not bad, man.
Yeah.
Gives that little
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, it gives the Daredevil feel, where it's like a bunch of different action. As I said, the show's not bad, man. And then outside of that, I started Fargo. I'm on season 1, I'm not on season 2 yet, so I'm gonna try to catch up. So far, so good. Yeah, so far, so good. It reminded me of another show, but I'm drawing a blank right now. But like I said, so far, so good, man. I'm gonna stick it through and keep going. And then outside of that, True Detective came out. You should catch that one.
Oh yeah.
First episode. I mean, HBO know what they're doing, man. Another good one, man.
Yeah, I hope kind of plays out as well as that first episode. You got a lot of things going. Yeah, Jodie Foster off to a hot start. That's kind of a badass cop in middle of nowhere, Alaska, where they're in full darkness. So yeah, like I said, there's a lot going on. It looks like you got some kind of some ghost action as well as some real life murders and things going on. So it should be a fun one.
You know what? After watching the first episode, this show reminded me of the Doppelganger show we watched.
I don't think I didn't watch that one.
Oh man, what's that Doppelganger one?
What was it called?
It's gonna bug me. Hold on. The Outsider.
Oh yeah.
Where like the killer was like a doppelganger, and he was like taking people's form and killing people. So
yes.
I don't think it's gonna necessarily be a doppelganger, but it's giving me those vibes where it's like some kind of supernatural thing going on.
The Stephen King show.
So yeah.
Yeah. I remember.
But I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. The HBO don't miss on certain series, and this is kind of one of them. I'm interested to see if how it finishes. If this will be better than Mayor of Easttown.
Yeah. It kind of has that feel.
Yeah, that was the other feel it gave me too, man. But those are good shows, so definitely looking forward to seeing how it plays out. And then wasn't really anything else. I mean, I don't know if you heard followed the Emmys. Beef, Bear, and Succession racked up. All great shows. I still got to catch up on Succession, but I mean those are pretty much some of the best shows of 2023. So, and then still looking forward to the new shows that are coming out. So I'll keep you posted if anything else new drops. I know the Griselda is supposed to drop next week on Netflix. It's like it's about the woman that sells she was like the princess of cocaine, so to say, when it came to selling heroin. So it's on the line of those narco shows based off true stories, true events. So I'll definitely check that out because that's my bag. Or somebody selling drugs or something. I actually put The Wire back on, man, on season 3. So.
Oh yeah, love The Wire.
Then I think that's pretty much it, man. I don't think there was anything else.
Yeah, I don't got anything.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, until next time.
Till next time, Rich.
I want to thank y'all for rocking out here on the Sports Sidebar Podcast. Give y'all something to ride out on.